Good afternoon, everyone. It is October 17th, 2022. We're just about, what would that be, 2 hours into Globex, and we've finished our Monday session. And before we go into the actual specifics of what I'm looking at for tomorrow's RTH intraday plan, I just want to go over what we've seen so far on the week. We opened up Globex right around these lows where I was saying would be a critical area to gauge momentum. We opened there on Globex at 35.90. We just kind of ramped straight up. We had a small sell at that 48 number I've been talking about intraday, and we moved up above that POC that we've developed since being in this balance area, as well as the POC. It's the same number from the start of the month, and we ramped up, had a lot of short covering, and then we spent the rest of the day just kind of churning inside of that area, the upper 3600s. And what I had said yesterday in the weekly outlook was that if we do get above the 50 to 75 area, I would not be looking to short this. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about now is Globex has opened up, we've gapped up, and now we're nearing the highs of last week. So you can see that the pivot was pretty important to gauging momentum, and and the Bulls are in control for now, and I think that'll continue until I think probably until Tesla reports, which I believe is Wednesday after hours. So I am looking for us to start getting close to this 3,800 number in the coming couple of days. Now let's zoom in on this just a little bit here. Now I have a white line up here at 23 half and another one at 69 and 70. These are just areas of interest that that I'm thinking about just looking at, not actual levels I'm looking to trade for tomorrow just yet, but they're just something I'm going to watch during Globex. Now, for tomorrow, what I want to see is ideally what we'd see is the bulls hold kind of the previous day's high, so O2 half up to value area high right around 96, kind of hold this upper zone and start moving on up into that gap close at 3750. However, if we do come back inside value area at 96, I think we will tag the close of the POC at 90, if not value area low at 84 half, where we were kind of finding a bid throughout the day. So I will be looking to short 96s if we do come back inside. I will be looking to short 96s. Now to the upside, we may have a trend day scenario, and that simply being because we had this short covering the consolidation, and then if you start gapping and moving into this, our current gap at from 25, I believe, where is it? 25 quarter up to 50.75. So if you do start moving into this gap here, I think you have an ability to trend, and I will be looking to hop on that trend. For the past, I don't know how many weeks. Let's just throw this back to the RTH. For the past number of weeks, this 10 area, this 37, let's call it '07 to 12-ish kind of area has been so critical, offering sells numerous times. So I will be looking for the bulls to hold this area. You can see even back in September, it was just a critical area, and it continues to be so. So if we do hold that value area high from today's RTH session, I will be looking for us to get into that gap close, and I'll be just looking to hop on with that. Taking 1075 long. I'm interested in 23 half. I'll be looking to see how that trades tonight. I likely will not be using it as a level just because to me, 23 half, sorry, we'll go back to the RTH. 23 half to me is kind of it was where we had that breakout bid on September 28th develop, which led us to that 51 area. I believe it was a Thursday, maybe a Wednesday. But that is where we developed the breakout bid and ramped up. However, you're sort of in an odd spot because you're below kind of the lows of this. You're below the lows of this range from here. You're below this range. However, you are above that 10 area that I keep talking about. That 37.15 to to 05 area. You are above this, but you're not in this area just yet, which again had been just such a clean low volume node. So to me, just I think taking a trade around 23 will just be a little messy. It might work for a bid, it might work for a sell, but I think overall it'll just be a little too messy. So I will likely be avoiding that 23 half number unless I see something very obvious develop through Globex. Now, similarly, just like I just talked about, in that same line of thought of that low volume node, I will be looking to take 33s long. Not only was it a great number during, I believe this was the day after the CPI. Yeah, this was the overnight session. I believe we had some news or something, and we sold exactly off that 33.75. I think the low of that balance area that I was just discussing is right around 34, the RTH low. You can see it caught a bid again, and it was a nice little level there. Uh, so, and in the prior weeks, it was great as well. So, I will be looking to long this 33 as well for again that move up into the gap close. And I will be offered at 37.51. Not only is the gap close at 50.75 from that October 6th session, 51-ish is right where we sold off on September 28th. And I believe that's where we caught a bid. Yeah, we caught a great bid on September 23rd as well. So I will be looking to sell 51. Now, I will very unlikely be trading the 69 and 70 number. This is the I believe it's the NFP number just a few minutes before it came out. Yeah, the 825 high, the NFP actually came out at 830. So I will not be trading these numbers just because I believe the POC of that session is right around there. It's at 3768.50 is where the POC for that day is sitting. That October, what would it be? October 6th? Yeah. The October 6th POC is sitting right around there, so you're just trading in the middle of value. So I will not be trading there, but I do want to see how that number, what sort of response we get at that number. I will be looking to short 92s, and you can ignore this for now, but I will be looking to short 92s for a re-entry back into value. Value area high from October 6th, sitting at 37.83 quarter. I think you're just getting towards kind of the highs of this large balance zone, like I just discussed. Let's go like this. Getting towards the highs of this area, and I think it would offer a nice sell for a move back into value area and maybe back into the 70-ish area, the POC, or maybe even value area low from that session around 37.57. So video is getting a little bit long, I think. Yeah, 8 minutes. But hopefully that makes sense. Looking for either a failed breakout, re-entry back into the RTH balance and shorting 96. If we do lose 73, I think we'll come down to what I had as the pivot earlier for today's RTH session. I think we'll come back into that 70 if we do lose 73. So I'll be looking to short 73. I will be looking to long 48 half, that being the area where we sold off cleanly during CPI on the run up, and where we had a nice, it worked nicely on that Friday session, as well as again during the overnight last night. So I will be long at 48 half. If we do fall through, I will be short. This number, I'm not sure why it keeps showing up. I will also be looking to sell 35.87 in the event that we do come down there. However, looking quite unlikely as we're trading at 3,700. If we do hold the highs of today's RTH session, I will be looking to long 1075, just that critical number as it has been since entering this balance in September. 23s I'm keeping an eye out for. Longing 37.33s, the lows of that upper balance and where we sold off nicely before Friday's session. Shorting 51 around the gap close, which was also kind of the high of that Wednesday session, I believe, and where we caught the bid, and selling 92s as it is kind of the highs of this balance area and ignoring this 3,800 number. Now, if there are any changes to these numbers, which there might be as Globex churns around here, they will be posted to Twitter pre-market per usual. Link to that's in the bio. Other than that, it may be a nicer day if you're not too confident with a plan, as we kind of have a little bit more bullish momentum than the past month of trading. It might be a good idea to hold off and wait until Wednesday to really let yourself see where we've established balance on the week. Hope that helps. Again, Twitter for any updates to the levels. Have a good day.